Galactic Journey, October 26, 1958. X-1.
From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction, presents X-1.
Has it really been almost a year since X-1 went off the air? What? You've never heard of X-1? Sit down, Lucy. I've got some splaining to do. As you know by now, I am a big fan of Galaxy science fiction, except they changed their name to simply Galaxy earlier this year. Perhaps they're trying to diversify their audience, or perhaps spine lettering costs too much per letter. Galaxy is one of the big three SF digests. Its content ranges from decent to excellent, so you can imagine how excited I was when NBC partnered with Galaxy to adapt some of its best stories into half-hour radio shows. And this from the network known for the Dinah Shore Show and the Great Gildersleeve. I was lucky enough to catch the show at the beginning thanks to the ads that appeared in Galaxy. I'm sure I've listened to the better part of 100 of them. I never missed an episode by choice, even though I was familiar with all of the stories, all of them having appeared in Galaxy's pages before. But family matters sometimes took precedence, and on a few occasions NBC switched up its broadcast schedule, leaving me rather steamed for the evening. It is my understanding that there was another show early on in the decade with similar content, and I found out after the fact that John Campbell, editor of Astounding, tried doing his own science fiction dramatization show for a year or so, but I never caught a listen before it went off the air. I only wish they would make more, or at least there might be some place I might listen to them all again. In case any of you find that NBC recorded them all on 33 somewhere, here are some of my favorites. Skulking Permit by Robert Sheckley, Junkyard by Cliff Simak, A Pail of Air by Fritz Lieber, Star Bright by Mark Clifton, Hallucination Orbit by Jay McIntosh, or was it J. M. Intosh? Saucer of Loneliness by Ted Sturgeon, Something for Nothing by Robert Sheckley. I think that's the order in which I heard them. In any event, even if you can't get your ears on the X-1 adaptations, I'm sure you can find the written stories. They are all worth reading. I'm pretty sure Catherine McLean, who I talked about a few days ago, had one too, though I don't remember its name. Being unable to listen to these shows again drives home just how ephemeral broadcast entertainment really is compared to the written word. We lament the loss of the library at Alexandria, but we still have hundreds of surviving classical works. X-0 is just gone. If NBC ever revives this show, I'm going to buy an old wire recorder, or, since they are becoming quite affordable these days, a reel-to-reel tape recorder, just so I can listen to episodes over and over. Maybe I'll be the modern-day Alexandria of science fiction. The original written article, linked stories, and images can be found at galacticjourney.org by Gideon Marcus.